Hello you lovely Minecraft person, my name is Ceave and welcome! Today we start our Minecraft series and we started by taking a look on different cow farm designs. In this series we will discuss tips, tricks and ideas for cool and useful things that you can theoretically build in a survival world. So you ready? Let's do this! So here's our first design idea. This farm is really simple. Our nameless adventurer just needs to come here, harvest the wheat to his right and left, push this little button to make the cows flow upwards, feed them, and he's done. The rest is fully automatic. After a few in-game days he can come back and his chest will be filled with cooked meat and leather. But how is this farm able to magically transform baby cows into food and resources? Well, there's actually a small redstone mechanic involved. The adult cows are trapped in here. If you breed them and a baby cow pops up, the baby cow will be separated from its parents and stored in this little tank. This dispenser carries a lava blade, which will be activated for 1 game tick every 5 minutes. Baby cows are too small to burn to death in the lava, but the adults aren't. Their loot drops into a hopper and goes to this item elevator and into the chest. This egg is our timer. Whenever the egg despawns, there is a short redstone pulse, which activates the lava for 1 tick. Afterwards, the dropper drops a new egg and the cows have 5 minutes to relax. Sorry. Here we have a design that's simpler to build, but forces our nameless adventurer to kill the cows manually. If he presses the button to the right, the cows will be burned once again and drop cooked beef. If he feels for some reason more like eating his meat raw today, he can push the button to the left, which will make the cows drown. If he wants to restock his cow amount, all he needs to do is to turn around, push this little button to make the cows flow upwards and feed them. After they are all fat and happy, small baby cows will drop into the trap where they will spend the next days growing up. So how does this little farm work? This design is way simpler than the last one. The baby cows drop into this water stream and will travel to this water elevator. Once they're on the top, they drop back down into the growing and killing area. And now let's take a look on different designs to separate baby cows from grown ones. Here the cows are standing on top of open trapdoors. If the cow mom and the cow dad are now fed, they will stay in place, but their baby will drop into oblivion. The cheapest and in my opinion best way to separate cows is by using a 1 block wide hole with water flowing through. The grown cows are too big to fit through this tiny hole, but the newborns aren't. Because of 1.9, this neat separation technique is now possible as well. Grown cows are too big to fit through ender rods, but once again, babies aren't. This method is probably the fanciest one. I saw this trick in a video by xisumavoids and it's an amazing trick. I'll leave you the link to his video in the description. Here a piston magically warps the babies to the other side. We don't know for sure if Mojang is going to patch this out at some point, but in the first 1.10 snapshot it's still working. And while we are talking about the first 1.10 snapshot, this farm design uses the new Magma blocks to kill the cows. All our cubistic friend has to do is to run to the top of the farm using the new 1 block auto jump. Feed the cows that are trapped up there and wait until everyone is grown up. Once the babies turned into adults, he can push this button to convert the cows into resources. This design is super simple. The piston is connected to 2 slime blocks. One of the slime blocks is connected to a harmless block and the other one to a magma block. If the piston is extended, the ground beneath the cows transforms into magma. This farm is pretty amazing as well. Our nameless adventurer has to feed the cows in the 3 small cow storage tanks to the left. Their newborns will drop into a water stream and after some time they will appear on the ceiling and flow into the killing area. And this is where things become interesting. Our cubistic friend has now 3 different killing options. The first option is to kill them with fire. If he hits this button, a lava blade will pop up. Once the cows stop burning, he has 2 new options. They will now die by a single hit, allowing them to drop XP. If he wants to insta-cook his cows, however, he can hit the button again. This button extends a crusher, which will do the job as well, but drops raw meat. The last button is for special occasions, for the moment where you have a lot of cows or feel sad and want to get cheered up a little bit. This button drops an anvil on top of your animals. And yes, you have to manually reload it, but it's definitely worth it and super useful. So how does this design work? There's obviously a little bit of redstone involved, but nothing too fancy. The redstone signal that goes on top of the blue wool gets inverted and leads to the piston. If the button is pushed, the signal turns off and the piston drops the anvil. The yellow signal leads to this pulse extender and to this piston. This piston is the crusher and the signal is extended so that the crusher crushes exactly as long as necessary. The red signal goes to a pulse multiplier and afterwards into a dispenser. The dispenser carries a lava blade and is activated for a single game tick. Here we have something different. This is not a cow farm, but an interesting cow mechanic I found while playing around with them. Our cubistic friend is here mining in a cave, but this cave carries a secret, a cow secret. If he holds wheat in his hand and stands in this corner, suddenly a secret room opens. This is thanks to this little cow who is hidden in the wall. Sometimes cows start to follow you if you hold wheat, even if there's a wall between. The weird thing is, sometimes they don't, and I have no idea why it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. But maybe someone of you is able to build something cool with this mechanic. Before we head to my favorite design, I wanted to quickly show you different ways to kill cows once they're grown up. The, in my opinion, most efficient way to transform a lot of cows into food at once is a dispenser and a lava blade. If you have for some reason no access to lava or want your meat raw, a water source will do it as well. If you want to kill the cows with your bare hands so that they drop XP, a crusher is probably the way to go. All you need to do is to extend the redstone signal so that the crusher stops working once he's almost done. This setup should do the trick. And now, let's take a look on my favorite cow farm design. This design is not for ordinary people. It's for people with way too many resources and a huge hate towards cattle. I proudly present to you the cowapold. The cows are stored in this tiny area. Once they're fed, their babies will be forced into this water stream and then they disappear. But do they disappear? Maybe, no one knows. All we know is that if our nameless adventurer pushes this little button after a few in-game days, cow loot magically appears. So how does the cowapold work? It's actually a lot simpler than it might look. The pink wool carries the input signal. The cows are stored in a small cell on the top. They stand on a slime block piston and there are slime block pistons behind them as well. The kill input triggers the piston below them first, and with 1 tick delay, the piston behind them, which shoots them into the air. The babies are carried to the top by a simple water elevator, and that's it basically. There are several problems with this design. The cowapold does not differ between young cows and grown ones, and sometimes you end up with living cows somewhere on your ceiling. It does not cook the cows, nor is there any mechanic to collect the loot automatically. But come on, if you build this baby in a survival world, you obviously don't care for resources. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up, and maybe you feel especially cowboy today and want to hit the subscribe button as well. If you know any other cool tricks with cows that I did not cover, feel free to tell me about them. No real cows were hurt during this video. I hope you have a wonderful day and to see you soon with even more tips, tricks and ideas in Minecraft. Goodbye!